forgot to press record. Okay, here it is. Greetings, Moonlight Citizens. This is your man on the moon here on the Moonlight Kingdom Podcast. I am joined by a very special guest in this episode, counting down in 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we are on the subject of microtransactions in video games and how expensive everything's gotten. What you got to say? You were saying about microtransactions not being so micro.
Because I play League of Legends, and so I've been playing it for 2-3 years now, and I've seen, particularly with the skins, they've gotten, at least some of them, pretty expensive, because they keep, how you have different levels or rarity of skins. They've brought out new levels, more rare skins, and they added a gacha system into League. And now you get skins that are like $250, with the premium ones being around $500. Which I can't remember how much that is in rands.
Well, $1 last I checked was about 15 rands, so yeah, I'm not going to do the math on that, but it's a lot.
Let's see, 250. That's about 4.4 thousand rand.
Ooh, that's a lot.
For the skin.
For a skin.
That's pretty wild.
Absolutely.
They've also added like other customization things that you don't even see much, and it's just like just to milk more money.
Oh yeah.
And as much as people complain about it,
they still
works.
Buy it.
People are buying them.
As much as people complain about how expensive everything is, you're still gonna get those people that are buying everything day one. Whether it's like an ultimate edition or a special edition, or all the DLCs and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I think it's pretty, from what I heard, it's those things, at least in terms of League, the expensive skins, they do well in the Asian countries. Japan, China, Korea, so on. They apparently do well there because of esports and so on. So it's
they take their esports very seriously in those regions.
But it's like, so you end up paying more for a microtransaction than you do for a full game.
Oh yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. If you wait about a year, a year after the game drops, they usually drop no. If you, not even a year, if you give it 2 years, they will drop a version of the game, they call it an ultimate edition, where it has all the DLCs, all the skins, all the everything, and it'll be way more expensive than the game was when it dropped. Yeah, they're basically saying the game you buying day one is the base game, and the game you buy 2 years later is the full game with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, with the retextures to make it look nicer.
Yeah. I remember when Rockstar kind of pulled that when they dropped that gtatrilogy. They were like, "Yeah, y'all, we're gonna remaster Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and Vice City. The GTA trilogy. What trilogy do you know of starts at 3? That's problem number one. If you really want to do GTA trilogy, it would be 1, 2, 3, not 3, 4, 5. No, wait, not even 3, 4, 5. It's 3, spin-off, and then 4 and 5. That's how the chronology is. Yeah. But yeah, they didn't even probably remaster it. It's okay, to be fair, they never said it was a remaster. They called it the definitive edition. And to further stress this is See, when you call something the definitive edition, you're saying this is the ultimate version of this video game. That you, once you get your hands on this, you no longer need to have any other version. And to illustrate this point, you know what they did? They deleted the original versions of Grand Theft Auto so you couldn't get them
Oh my
anywhere.
word.
So you had to buy the definitive edition if you wanted to play GTA, well, those 3 original games. And it backfired hard. Because once the definitive edition dropped, that definitive edition dropped and it was buggy, it was glitchy, people were, I don't know, planes falling out the sky, like, there was just absurdity going on. There were invisible bridges, like, I kid you not, it was ridiculous. Like, this game that came out in the 2020s is way more broken than a game that came out way back in the 2000s. Like, that's saying something. And it's not saying something good.
Yeah, I think there's been a trend where the quality control when they release a game is just not as good as it used to be.
Yeah. And
Where
when it
now
sucks,
that they can patch games and so on.
especially for a remaster. A game you already made. Like, how do you mess
Reminds
up a
me of
game you already made?
Yeah, it reminds me of the Mass Effect games. You have the original 3 games and they brought out the Legendary Edition. All 3 games and all DLCs all in one package.
Yeah.
Made it a massive download, but it's essentially the same games that you already bought, just all rolled into one.
Yep.
And it looks nicer. But
Yeah.
the funny thing is, you can get mods for those games to make them look nicer.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, for each of the, in Mass Effect's case, you can get a mod for each of the 3 games to update the graphics, the textures. So you don't even need the Legendary Edition. That's just to, I don't know, for those who didn't play the original 3, I guess.
And to make matters worse, they always, when they release like a Ultimate Edition or a Definitive Edition or whatever name they come up with, they always get rid of the original. Yeah, like a special edition where it's all the games in one. They always get rid of the original, so you can't go back and play it even if you want to. Because they know damn well the moment you lay eyes on this and you see how messed up it is, you're going to say, you know what? I still have my original CD. Let me go back and play that. Or, you know what? Let me go back on the, I already bought the original online. Let me play that. Oh no, it's gone. Now I have to play the crappy version. But on the upside, if you already bought the game, like, because this happened with the Mafia games, the Mafiatrilogy, they remastered this. They remastered the Mafia games, and they I don't remember what they called them, but they're like, yeah, remastered all these games from Mafia 1 to Mafia 3, so they all play on like Xbox Series X now. And I had Mafia 3, and when I went to go play it after this remaster dropped, the thing automatically updated itself. And now the version I'm playing now isn't the original that I bought, it's the remastered edition. So I essentially kind of got it for free.
Well, I guess that's both good and bad. Like, you don't have to pay for the new version, but if the new version is bad, then you're stuck with a bad game.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a bummer. I mean, like, plus they were offering me, get this, they said, because you bought Mafia 3, we're going to offer you a special. You get to buy Mafias 1 through 3 in one big packet for like a discounted price. I'm like, I already have Mafia 3. Why would I buy Mafia 3 again as part of this package? Like, and there's no way you can buy the first 2 on their own. You have to buy the whole thing. So I essentially bought the same game 3 times. Like,
Did it not subtract the number three's price?
No, it's include. It is still there. You know when you download something, it puts things in a queue. It's still right there with that little thing on it, waiting to be downloaded. Because I'm not downloading that. I have the thing. Apparently, the on the Xbox Store, you can buy the same game twice if you buy different versions of it. I don't know why you would,
Yeah,
but
man.
eh.
Yeah, gaming is in a very weird spot right now
That,
with the
yeah, I agree on
with
that.
the people not actually owning games. Like there's that whole movement in Europe.
Hashtag
Uh,
stop killing games. Yeah.
yeah, where they want to fix that, and I'm like, it's kind of sad that it's gotten to the point where there's a movement to fix that.
Yeah, I would say so, man. Cause like, if I pay money for something, I effectively it's mine. You know, like I'm not renting it, I'm not leasing it. It's mine. I have bought it. It is now mine. I can play it when I should be allowed to play it whenever I want. You know, I shouldn't have to worry that one day I put it in the CD and then I get told, the servers have been shut down. If it's okay, if it's an online game, I can understand that. They can say like, yeah, we can't run the servers forever, so we shut them down. That I understand. But if it's like, you know, uh, I don't know, if it's an offline game with online elements in it that is now it's now unplayable because you just cut the shit off and then you just say, oh well, players paying for a game doesn't mean you own it. That's literally what paying for it is. Am I making sense here? I feel
Yep.
like I'm not making sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not
So
making sense.
yeah, you're just paying for a license to play the game, not own the game.
Yeah.
But that license costs you like 1,000 rand plus.
There's this one
It's,
argument that people make when if if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing.
I saw that. But honestly, at this, yeah, man, I think back then piracy was like, I don't know, people did it. They might not have spoken about it, but they did it.
But it was frowned upon
But
back
now
then.
it's almost
Yeah.
justified.
Yeah, now it's almost justified. It's like, so you can take my money and give me nothing in return. But like me taking this thing from you and giving you nothing in return is wrong. Yeah, it doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, but you mentioned like if it's an online game, to an extent, you can. I think part of that movement is that the company has to or give people the option to, I don't know, buy a server or something for themselves to run and to keep old games alive or whatever. But they do the same thing with single player games.
Hmm.
Like there used to be Transformers games on Steam. I
Yeah.
have one of them. Played it, and then when I wanted to go back and get the others, they weren't there. They're single player games. I think they have multiplayer functionality, but it's still a single player game and you just can't get them anymore.
Because you bought them online and the publisher took them off the store. Now, even though you paid for it, you can't play it. That's fucked
I
up.
mean, I still have access to it, but other people can't play it. And I don't think you can find it anywhere else. And like that, it's good games that are just gone now. Unless, of course, you have a pirated copy. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? Pirate that game. Because it's gone. You can't get it anymore. So you're not taking anything away from the studio because they're not selling it anymore.
It's not like they're making money off it anymore, and it's not like they're losing money by that anymore. Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, I mean,
folks, in the interest of avoiding being, I don't know, sussed out by the FBI or anything, we do need to preface this. We are not saying go out and commit piracy. We are not saying that. We're just saying that we understand why people who do commit piracy do commit piracy. You know, we're just saying that. You know, we do not condone
you
criminal
should probably
activity.
clarify.
Yeah, we're just saying this for the fun of it. You know.
Yeah, big difference there.
Yeah, major difference. Anywho, back to the matter at hand. Yeah, but games have changed. There's a lot more. There's this argument to be made that Fortnite ruined video games because now every video game company wants to make their version of Fortnite. Did you agree on that?
Yeah, yeah. The live service model games. Yeah, it's. I mean, I've heard of examples like that with games. I think one of them was Kill the Justice League. There was a lot of hype, but then it just turned out to be another live service model. And I think that I've heard there are a lot of games coming out because companies want to jump on the bandwagon. So you just get a lot of games like Fortnite that just not that great. It's just another way for companies to make money.
Oh yeah, they want a consistent stream of like an ability to make money from one game over a long period of time as opposed to like a single player game. You make money when like someone will buy it once and like 10 hours later, they're done with it and that's that. You're never going to see another dime out of that person unless they buy a DLC or like the game has multiplayer on it. But with the live service model, you would have to be online all the time in order to play it. And though you can play it without buying anything, it's significantly easier to like, buy the stuff they give you, whether it be in the form of like a buff or, or some kind of skin or an armor or whatever it is. So there's that. I can see why studios would do that because it's a surefire way to make money. And the guys who made, Fallout and not Fallout, what's this? The guys who made Fortnite, the people who made PUBG, they made an exceedingly great amount of money off those games. So like you can see why they really want to chase that trend.
Yep.
The problem with making
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, the problem with we want to make our version of Fallout is it's not it, Fallout is its own thing and every time somebody chases that success, it becomes very obvious like, oh, you're just trying to make Fallout. Like not Fallout, what's this? Freaking Fortnite. Shit.
Fortnite.
Keep saying that. Fortnite. Got Fallout on the brain. Yes, it's just their version of Fortnite. It's not a new game with live service features. It's just, oh, this is Rocksteady's. When you look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, this is just Rocksteady's version of Fortnite. When you look at what was that game? Condor? Like I don't remember what it was called. It came out a while back. It was immediately hated. That was just that studio's version of Fortnite, and they always suck. They never really do what they want, what the studio wants them to do. They never make back the money that they would hope, because people aren't dumb. Let me just say that much. People are wise to this, but yeah.
Yeah, they definitely, or at least some are becoming more wise to this as it's becoming more and more of a problem.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, I know. It's also sometimes, like, I think with the Kill the Justice League, it's when the concept is good, but the execution is not. Like, the game could be good, it's just not best done in a live service model, or it's the microtransactions they add as part of the live service model that ruin the game, because either They say sell power, just things that directly make you stronger and give you an edge, or stuff nobody really wants.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate like nature of it all. It's stuff. Yeah, it's just the junk of it all. I mean, because when a game has, you know, a way to like boost you day one, if day one they're dropping ways to like give you a boost or give you an advantage over other players, it's like, okay, clearly, something is amiss here. This is just a way for you to squeeze as much money as possible after people already buy the video game. It's not enough that they're paying for the price of the video game. It's like we got to find some other way to get more money out of you. Because keep in mind, these kind of games, these live service models, not only are they expensive to make, they're expensive to maintain. Because you got to keep those
Yeah,
servers running,
that's
and
true.
yeah, and you got to drop new packs and new seasons, and all this new DLC and all this stuff. So yeah, it costs a lot of money to make, and they need to make a lot of money consistently in order to keep running so they can try to make more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think some do a better job at doing this in a way that's at least somewhat acceptable. But I guess it also depends on the game. Like if you take League of Legends, for example, with esports, it's a live service game, but at least there's more to it than that. Like you have the esports scene, which also helps bring, or actually, esports doesn't bring in money for League, at least not directly. It's actually costing them a lot of money, but it's brand awareness
Yeah.
and it hypes people up to buy cosmetics, like some of those $250 skins, and they bring out something they started last year, the Hall of Legends, where they honor an esports player and they bring out a very expensive $500 skin for that person's favorite champion. So, like the people, we're in the Asian countries where esports is big, that people actually buy that $500 skin, and it somehow works. But it's still pretty crazy when you think about it. I don't know why it works, but it works.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't always say this, but like I said one time, like if there was money to be made in being a humanitarian, the world wouldn't have any problems. Like I'm just saying, like if there was money to be made curing diseases, we would have no diseases anywhere on this earth. Like the moment you can find a way to make money doing something, like how the esports people figured out how to make money playing video games, those corporations and those big video game companies will be all over it. Even if it costs a ton of money to do, as long as they can find a way to make money out of it, they'll be on it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. As long as they can attach their name to it.
Yeah. It's all about getting eyes on the product at the end of the day.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't know if you look at the different consoles in terms of microtransactions. I'm not a console player like Xbox and PlayStation, so I can't really speak much to that. And but one thing that's really turned me off is the mobile games. I've actually like over time played less mobile games because of the microtransactions.
Oh yeah.
That mobile games is definitely where you really start seeing the pay to wins element of microtransactions. In PC games, it might not be as bad because I think then in a lot of games it's still mostly cosmetics. So it's not pay to win, even though in some elements, you could argue. But is I don't mind paying for a skin. Definitely not 250 or 500, that's for sure. But if it's good, but mobile games are just, yeah, that's a whole nother story there.
Oh yeah.
I think you play console, don't you?
Come again?
You play console.
Yeah, I play on console. I play console games, but with like you're right about mobile games. That really is where the pay to win side of things comes in. Because damn, a lot of the games they push out are downright like almost unbeatable if you don't like. I mean, you can beat them, but it's an absolute grind, and you just gotta keep it to the point that it stops being fun. So it's like hey, like they'll have this measures pop up that's like, hey, you could easily sidestep this, if you're willing to spend a little extra money to get this like, I don't know, legendary armor or whatever the fuck, you can easily just, skip this hard part and just like it's nothing, you know? They always do shit like that.
Yep. I think I don't even browse the Play Store anymore because half of that stuff that I see, it just makes me go, what am I looking at? But I've actually seen some mobile games that would be decent, that you can actually, like, the problem is comparable to PC games and console games, where it's actually a good game, it's just ruined by the microtransactions.
Yeah. Not to mention, what's this? Not to mention how many like games nowadays, in terms of like the graphics and like the look of it all, look a lot like mobile games. Like there's some, there are some video games that feel like when you look at them, this feels like a mobile game that someone ported over to like consoles to like try to make a quick buck. Like that Game of Thrones game they released way back, not like way back, but like a couple of months back, they dropped this Game of Thrones game. You just look at this thing and you're like, holy shit, this is a mobile game that someone ported over onto consoles because everything just looks dodgy. Like, this, no way this cost this much money and was designed to be on consoles. It looks pretty bad. But if you see it on like a cell phone, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. You can't exactly get like 1080p on a cell phone or anything, but like, yeesh.
Yeah, I don't. That's one thing that I don't really follow Game of Thrones. So that's a bit surprising.
Lucky you. Although saying a lot, it is still this concerning thing. Like, man, we got this great fantasy show with like, with dragons and witches and freaking ice zombies and all this cool shit going on, and it doesn't have one good game to its name. Like all the games that are set in this world are bad. Like what is happening? Same thing with like The Walking Dead in some spaces, except for like that Telltale Walking Dead game. I heard that's pretty good. But then again, for every Telltale Walking Dead, there's like a Walking Dead Destinies, where they got the likeness of the actors but couldn't get the actors themselves. So everybody's voiced by a dude who kinda sounds like the actual actor from the movie until they have to like yell. Then it becomes clear, like, okay, no, this is. I don't know who this is, but this is not Rick. This is not Shane. Uh,
Yeah, not really. That what's it? Walking Dead. Not really my thing either. But I get what you're saying.
yeah.
It's when they, just try to, I don't know, milk a franchise or something beyond, beyond its prime.
Oh yeah, it's this thing of like we was this like well, there's still money to be made, basically. Like yeah, that's the thinking of it. Or hey, we have this idea for it's like someone in a meeting said, hey, we have this idea for a video game. You know, it's not there's not a lot going on to it. You know, we need to find a way to sell this bad idea. And someone says, well, we could take a really famous TV show and like change all the characters on this video game to look like the characters in that show and just say that it's a game based on that show and like, oh my god, you're a genius. Let's get on that right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think some people would just look like, yeah, they probably have, was it brainstorming sessions to, like, there's this franchise, we want to make money, let's come up with ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just trying to make a good game.
Yeah, let's just push something out there with a recognizable franchise name attached to it and make money off the people who are dumb enough to like actually buy this. Yeah, never mind that this game that costs hundreds and hundreds of bucks probably looks like something you wouldn't think is good enough to run on your cell phone. Never mind, we'll just sell it at the same price as all the AAA games that are currently on shelves. People will buy this. And sadly, they always do.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, there's always somebody who, I mean, they might regret it afterwards, but there's always people who just keep it going.
Yeah.
I think some people just don't look at reviews or whatnot. Or they see, oh, it's based on this franchise, and just buy it straight away.
Yeah, it's that thing of like, well, the franchise is pretty good. This is based on that franchise, so this must also be good. It's not always the case. Like, name a good Fast and the Furious video game. You can't, because, well, a lot of people don't even know the Fast and Furious even has video games. So,
I certainly don't.
oh yeah.
Unless we're talking about the Need for Speed games. But that's not,
Nah, that's its own thing. But like the same thing with like Need for Speed. A lot of people, I would say, got hoodwinked because like they were huge fans of Need for Speed. They got hoodwinked into seeing that Need for Speed movie. Cause like, hey, here's a movie based on this video game that I liked. Let me go see it. Holy crap, it is nothing like the video game I like. Just yeah, but that's the unfortunate nature of like video game movies cuz everybody thing is you find a video game that you enjoy and you think, "Hey, you know what would be cool if this video game, as cool as it is, got its own movie." That would be awesome. But like it really is because you enjoy the video game. One of the reasons you enjoy video game is cuz you get to play it. You get to actually interact with the characters in the world. But in a movie, you're just watching. That immersion, like it's gone. You're not gonna,
yeah,
yeah, you can't interact with it. So it immediately loses something.
yeah, especially if it's a game that has, like, multiple endings or choices, character choices.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, like, jeez, the Borderlands movie.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we heard all about that.
I don't even know how that ended up so bad. Like, that's actually, like, the Borderlands movie, that is actually a game that I thought, wow, it would be cool if they made a movie or something about this. And then they did. And then
It
I
was
couldn't believe
bad.
my eyes.
Yeah, it's a damn shame because the first sign of trouble with the Borderlands movie was that you took a franchise that ever since the first game has been R-rated. It's been 18 and above, and the movie is PG-13. Right away, okay, this is not going to be good.
But I think my first flag was the casting choices.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis and Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett as the redhead chick, who's like
Yeah.
probably in the video game. She's probably in like late 20s, but if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, Kate
Mm-hmm.
Blanchett is like 50.
No idea, but you can tell she's older than the character's supposed to be.
Yes, very much
It's
so.
like, just because you get big names doesn't mean it's gonna work.
It also doesn't mean that they're right for as big a name an actor as they are. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be right for the part. Just ask Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah. Dude, dude, the moment I saw they cast Kevin Hart as Roland, I was like, what the hell? Like, he's a good actor, like his movies, but what the hell? That is, no. Just
Yeah,
no.
definitely a
And
miscast.
the sad thing is, I don't even know what the chances are of them trying again after that big failure.
Yeah, cuz you could see like okay, this guy who's normally known for comedies is out here doing a thing. He's out here doing this action movie, you know, and it doesn't work out. He might think, okay, clearly people don't want to see me do action movies. I'm never going to do this again. When in this case, it's just, no, man, we just didn't want to see you play this guy in an action movie. You were the wrong guy for the job. Like, not because you're a bad actor, because you were just the wrong dude for this part. But yeah,
Mm.
so now he's going to stick to what he does best, and it's going to be this thing of like, oh, well, you're just same old, nothing new, because last time you tried something new, it didn't work. That's what sucks with actors sometimes. Also sucks with movies, because, like, people will say that they're tired of seeing the same old stuff, they're tired of watching the same kind of movies over and over. Everything's cliche or formulaic, but then when they do something new, when Hollywood gives something new, then no one goes to see it, or it doesn't make enough money. So it's like, the studio says, well, I guess we're not going to do anything new anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, I kind of hope they at least try, at some point, try again with, like, the Borderlands franchise.
But properly
Maybe
this
a
time.
series would be better, but,
Yes,
yeah, it's,
like with The Last of Us. A TV show would be a lot better because you have a lot more time to flesh out the characters and the world and all the lore and exposition.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't gone around to watching The Last of Us, even though I do kind of want to, but, yeah, because the movie can feel rushed.
Yeah, because you have a lot of like lore and setup to do, and you gotta like cover the events of an entire video game in 2 hours, when the video game itself is like 6 to 10 hours long.
Mm, yeah, and, well, since normally you'd expect, they to look at what parts of the game to maybe leave out, But in the case of the Borderlands movie, it was more like, I don't even know if there was anything in that movie that was actually from the game or any of the games, since it was a bit of a mix of the three. But yeah, so I think they've been making more movies and series based on games lately, which is, I think, a bit of an indication that they are running out of ideas.
Yeah, it certainly is. The increase in
But
the number of adaptations and all that.
Hopefully that doesn't, for example, the Borderlands movie, hopefully the failure of the movie doesn't mean bad news for the game franchise.
Yeah. Hopefully that's the case, because, I mean, that rarely happens, because, rarely does, like, because how many bad video game movies have there been, and then the franchise just keeps going? Because if you remember back in, like, the 2000s, there were a ton of those Yui Bowl movies.
What movies?
There was, oh, you don't know. Oh, heaven bless you, man. I envy you in that regard. There was all these, dude, in like the 2000s, there was all these shitty, like Yui Bowl. There's a dude named Yui Bowl, and he directed a bunch of video game movies, and they were shit. Like, he directed a Alone in the Dark movie. He directed a House of the Dead movie. He made a Far Cry movie. Like, and they all sucked. He made a Postal movie too. And like, you're thinking, Postal? That video game where you just play a maniac who goes on a spree and flatlines people? You made a movie about that? Yes. And it was bad. They were all bad, but that was especially bad. Keep in mind, House of the Dead isn't like a proper video game. It's a light gun game. You know, with like the big plastic gun at the arcade and you're just killing
Oh my
zombies. And he
word.
made a movie about that. It's like, and it's bad. It's not even the same story as the video game. It's a bunch of teenagers on an island, and then a zombie virus breaks out, and now they gotta like run from the zombies. They don't even shoot anybody. You made a movie in the video game based around shooting, and the teenagers don't even shoot anybody.
Oh jeez.
Uh,
Yeah, alright. Good thing I missed those.
yeah, it's real good that you missed those, because they were absolute garbage, man. Like, the dude explained that, oh, there was a Blood Rain movie. Blood Rain is this video game where, like, this badass vampire chick, like, she hunts other vampires, and it's really cool, and it's just fucking terrible here. Like, god damn it. You wonder why. Why are you doing this? Why? What could possibly be gained from all this nonsense? And it turns out that the reason he was able to make all these goddamn video games is because of a special tax credit that he could get in like his native country. So it's like, okay, if as long as he made the movies where he was from, the government would actually like give him a special tax break to like finance most of the movies as long as they were able to make back a lot of the money.
Huh.
Yeah, as long as the money they put forward, he was able to make it back, they would finance a lot of the movies. So yeah, that's why he was able to pump out so many shitty movies. Not only were these movies made, but they were made on the cheap, so the money he had to pay back wasn't that much. So yeah, not only it's just with these movies being made on the cheap, they were garbage. Absolute garbage.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, I mean, on one hand, that's kind of clever, but on the other, that's yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
yeah,
to
cuz
try
we had to
and make
watch
some
this
money
crap.
off of
Yeah.
it. That's unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, I applaud the dude's hustle. He was able to. He saw a loophole and he went for it. But at the same time, it's like, man, you you really fucked over like so many people with this bullshit plot of yours, dude. Like just ugh. Like he made so many bad video game movies. Studios didn't want to make video game movies anymore because they were like, well, this guy over here is making video game movies and they're all shit and they didn't make any money. So I guess we won't make money even if we do them properly. I guess no one wants to see video game movies. But nah, man. We just don't want to see bad video game movies.
Yeah, but I think it's also a matter of like not all video games are movie worthy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like for example, the games with a lot of choices in them, you can't really translate that experience into a movie or even a series. So it's just better to not make a movie
Yep.
because somebody's gonna be upset.
Yeah, because with those games that have multiple endings and different choices you can
Mhm.
take, with a movie, you can't do that. You have to pick one ending, one choice, and you're not going to pick a choice that everyone likes. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I know some games it could still be interesting, but on the one hand, if there aren't too many alternate endings and not too like the Mass Effect games, there's not too many different ways the game can be played. So they could make one movie based on, say, the most popular ending based on player choice statistics.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Because Mass Effect has that like third game at the end you gotta pick like which way you want to go. But even with the video game, those two endings were so controversial they had to release a third ending. So like, if you make a movie, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make a movie with that third ending? Like, you gotta think about the people who actually liked ending A or those that actually liked ending B. So it's like, it's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Because even with The Last of Us, with the video game The Last of Us 2, when spoiler alert, but when Joel died in Last of Us 2, people lost their shit. A lot of video game fans hated that decision. They lost their fucking minds when Joel got killed in The Last of Us 2. So when like they did the TV show and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to do season 2 of The Last of Us TV show and we're going to have the chick who's in Last of Us 2 who kills Joel." The video gamers knew this was coming. They knew it was coming, so they were like expecting it. But the people who just watched the TV show, they didn't know this was coming, and they lost their shit. So it's like this whole thing started all over again. So like sometimes you just can't win because either you stick to the story and you like the gamer crowd loves it because you're accurate to the source material, or you stray from the story to like appease the casual TV audience and you piss off the gamer crowd. So it's like it's a lose lose.
Yep, that's true. We gamers can be a fickle bunch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is especially when it comes to their adaptations. Like it just. What's a video game that you think would make for a good movie?
Hmm. That's interesting question. I mean, one option that I could have said in the past was Borderlands, but that happened, and yes. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite game franchises is Mass Effect. I've played all three games multiple times, but that's a choice-driven game, so movie might not go so well. But what they could do, what I wouldn't mind watching is a series about Life is Strange.
Really?
Yeah, I've only played the first one. I really want to play the others. Get around to that eventually. But I really, really enjoyed the first one. Didn't replay it a lot because the first playthrough kind of crushed me. I'll be honest. That ending, but that was good story, pretty deep. It touches on some important topics, and it could do well. It's not a very long game though, so it would probably be a short series. Could be done in a movie too.
Yeah, it would
But
be.
yeah,
Yeah, it seems like even the way the video game is filmed, it does seem like it was made for that kind of thing because it does feel like an indie drama almost in terms of like the vibe and the characters and everything. So it could work in that regard as a movie. Like it could work, but it could also work as a TV show. My question is, okay, before I delve more into that, what choice did you make at the end? Did you choose to save the city or did you like choose to go with like Chloe?
I'll be honest. I actually, when I the first time I played the game and I got to that point, I actually just sat there and stared at my screen for a while before I made the choice. I did eventually choose the city, uh, but I sat there staring at the screen for a while. Uh, a lot of contemplation. So that was one of the parts of the game that, I'll be honest, it tested me. It tested me. But that's one of the reasons that made it such a good game to me is the fact that it's so impactful. So the first time round I went with the city, and then the second time round I played to go with Chloe just to see the different endings. Not that the endings were like long cinematics or anything, but for the sake of completion. But yeah, it was a tough choice, and I definitely want to. I'd be keen to see something, series or movie, about Life is Strange. And there is more than one game they could choose. Like it could be a series of movies, or multiple seasons, or a limited series like what Netflix is doing.
Yeah,
A limited series on each game. I'd be very keen for that.
I'd be up for it too, as long as Netflix aren't the one doing it. I mean, Netflix has had some decent adaptations, but they've also had a lot of misses. We not agree on that? As many hits
Yep.
they've had plenty of misses.
Yep. Like the what's it? The Avatar remake, Last
Yeah,
Airbender.
yeah, that unfortunate misfire. I mean, it's better than the movie. That's I know that's not saying much, but hey, it's better than that movie they had way back.
Oh jeez. Yeah, that movie was a big misfire. Kind of like the Borderlands movie.
Yeah, it was a real bummer. Just with it's that was just a case of a director who didn't understand the source material or
Mm.
just didn't watch the source material. Cause how do you get everybody's name wrong? Everybody? Like Why is Aang Ang? Why is Sokka Soka? Like, he got everybody's name wrong. Uncle Iroh is Ero. Like, dude, are you for real? Why are the Fire Lord never? Why are the Fire Nation, mind you, the very Japanese, very Asian Fire Nation? Why are they Indian in the movie? I don't get that. That was a weird choice. Like, they're Indian, but everything around them is still Japanese. Like, what'd you do this for?
I even remember that. That was ages ago.
I don't know, man. Like, normally we harp on white people for like whitewashing, but brownwashing, man, come on, dude. Oh, it don't stop
Yeah,
there. Yeah, it doesn't stop there. Like,
just
yeah, it was a mess. Let's
alright.
just say that. Call it what it is. It was a mess, man. The Water
Yeah, it
Tribe were
was.
all white, even though they were like Eskimos. Um, the only Asian people in the whole movie were like the Earth Kingdom, and it took like 4 people to move one rock. That is not how earthbending works. Okay, like it don't take no 4 people to move one rock.
How long ago did you watch the movie? I remember nothing about that movie.
That
Well,
movie.
except for the ending. But
Hey man, if he don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck neither, man. This shit pissed me off. It is seared into my brain how bad this is. I was I was rooting for this movie. I was excited for this movie. I actually saw the movie. I'm like, what the? See, because when you start the movie, nothing seems wrong. Everything seems cool because they got that intro of like water, earth, fire, air, and everything's cool. It's just like the TV show. And then that animated section ends and the actual movie begins. Right off the bat, you're like, this is wrong. This don't look right. Like, what the? Uh.
the second choice for to make something, a movie or something out of a video game. Now that I think about it, after the Minecraft movie, which I haven't watched by the way, so I don't know how well it got received. But I'm a Terraria player, and if they can make a movie out of Minecraft, pretty sure they can make one out of Terraria.
Why not? They made a Tetris movie.
What?
Oh yeah, you didn't hear about that,
Wait. Is it what, a movie about somebody playing Tetris or the
bro?
the
I am not
game
shitting you.
itself?
They made a Tetris movie. Granted, it's not a video game, you know, with like blocks and everything, like the Lego movie or nothing. It's a movie about the creation of Tetris, which is a different story. You know, it's like the Facebook movie, but about Tetris.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, you were expecting some crazy shit, weren't you? Don't lie. You were thinking like, wait a minute, they made a movie about blocks?
Yeah, honestly, like, what's it? Was it the Emoji movie?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was
Something
some
weird like
bullshit.
that. It's like
That was some bullshit. Like what?
when you said, yeah, when you said Tetris movie, I was half expecting something silly like that, or a movie about a kid playing Tetris and getting like world record or whatever. Just a movie about a kid playing Tetris or whatever. That was yeah, that's Tetris is not a game that I would think they would make a movie or anything about. But a movie like that, that's like closer to a documentary.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, you know, in its own way, it was a lot like the Facebook movie in that regard. You know, it's more documentary than film. But yeah, because it tells you like the real life events about like the dude overseas who came up, who like actually designed the idea and all that. But it's got it's a decent idea. You can make a movie out of anything these days. But that emoji movie really showcased that Hollywood had run completely out of ideas. Because what the actual fuck, man? You made a movie about emojis?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That was just so weird. It was honestly so weird. The whole concept.
Yes. And it was lazy. Like, of all the emojis you could have made a movie with, you made a movie about the meh emoji.
Yeah, and what was it? The princess emoji that what she disguised herself as something else.
That's straight out of
Like
Wreck It
they
Ralph.
really ran with it.
That
They
is.
really like emojis. All right, let's run away with this thing and come up with something wild.
This screams like this was written by like some 40-year-old exec who was like, what are the kids into these days? Like, and someone's like, well, kids use emojis when they talk. All right, we're gonna have a movie about emojis. Just, ugh. Yeah, kids like
Oh,
emojis.
dear. Yeah, that was. I mean, I felt very similarly about the Inside Out movie. That, like, just like with the Emoji movie, that entire movie to me was just pointless, like random, weird. It had one redeeming scene in my mind, and that was what was his name? The weird purple imaginary friend. That scene where he sacrificed himself to save Joy. That was the one scene out of that whole movie that was nice. The rest was just, what are you thinking?
Oh yeah, especially the part where they hired Patrick Stewart, Professor X himself, to play the poop emoji.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh yeah, he was the voice of the poop emoji.
What?
Hey, look, man, I'm not condemning anybody's hustle. I know we all gotta make that money, but like, goddamn, dude, like, of all, like, this is how far you're gonna go to get a check playing poop.
Oh, jeez. That's that's wild. But did you watch the Minecraft movie?
Hell no, I don't even like Minecraft. Why would I watch a Minecraft movie? I don't like Minecraft.
I'd probably watch it out of morbid curiosity, if anything else. But that's another movie that based on a game that's like, really? If you choose Minecraft of all things to make a movie, the sandbox game, that was quite a surprise. I actually wonder how well. Let's see how well that movie did.
Apparently, the Minecraft movie made a ton of money. Although I don't understand why they've used Jack Black, of all people, as Steve.
I mean, I used him in the Borderlands movie. That doesn't make any sense either. But I don't know. Maybe Jack Black is hustling now that he's probably nearing the end of his career.
Yeah, the Tenacious D isn't making quite the rounds it used to.
Minecraft. Whose idea was that? Yeah, yeah. I think my final choice would honestly be Life is Strange. I would, now that you've gotten me on the topic, I'd want to see something made with the Life is Strange franchise. But
Yeah, it's
honestly,
definitely yeah.
after they made a Minecraft movie, after, now that like I think about it, something that that morbid sense of foreboding
You think they can make a
is
movie
that
about Minecraft? They can make a movie about anything.
yeah, I'm thinking like imagine if they made a movie of The Sims.
Man, The Sims. That would just be like a run of the mill, I don't know, rom com. Like just a bunch of people going
Yeah.
about their lives, just getting a job, dating. The Sims isn't that interesting if you stop and think about it.
Yeah. And that's where the morbid sense of foreboding comes from. When you start thinking that they're running out of ideas, making I mean they made a Minecraft movie. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
Trying to
absolutely.
think of the games that I play that they would make a movie of.